Hi everyone, my name is Shaheem. I'm working as lead research engineer at Siemens, Bangalore. And yeah, I'm also part of FOSSology community. I'm one of the maintainer as well as the contributor to this open source community. And yeah, today one of my colleague Gaurav was supposed to join, but somehow he couldn't join the talk. So I'll be leading this now. So I'll be explaining what is FOSSology to you. So let's start. First, I would like to thank the sponsors and the host. Without them, I think this conference couldn't have happened. And coming to the agenda for today, I'll take you through the introduction of FOSSology. Then we'll discuss the key features of FOSSology. And then we'll see what is FOSSology scanning in CI. And then if time permits, I'll show you a short demo and maybe we'll meet the conclusion. So let's start. I think most of you already know that publishing an open source software required to produce or provide licenses of involved softwares, provide copyright statements, and involved authors, provide disclaimers, and many more things you need to provide. So yeah, and while using it with your software, you also need to find those licenses which are there. So it is very hard, there might be some license text, there might be some reference to the license text, there might be some written statements, what you need to find, and there might be some license relevant statements. So at this point, I think FOSSology helps you find this. So FOSSology is a web server-based application for license and copyright compliance of software components. So FOSSology project was initially published in 2008 with GPL license. And in 2015, it has become a Linux Foundation collaboration project. FOSSology provides web server-based and command line-based interfaces. So it has different agents searching for licenses, copyrights, keywords, export control statements, and many more things. So it is a multi-user web UI for reviewing and organizing the clearing job. And coming to the development stack, we have a standard web application stack for it. So you see Linux, Apache 2, Postgres, PHP, and Python. So web UI is mainly developed in PHP and jQuery. If you come to scanners, they are written in C and C++. And recently, we have also added few scanners in PHP as well. And yeah, you can interact with FOSSology in two ways. One is the web user interface, and another one is the command line interface. So how does FOSSology work? So you upload the source code archive to FOSSology. It might be zipped or anything. So after uploading it, you select the required agents. So whatever the agents required for you. So for example, you need to scan the licenses inside it. Then you select Nomos, Monk, and Ojo, which are three agents for scanning the license relevant text. And yeah, we also have the agents like copyright, export control, and also a keyword event which looks for the keywords which you want. And yeah, after that, you review these results, review the scanner results for wrong license classifications. And then you also review the other scanner findings like copyright and ECC. And finally, you generate the report. So for generating the report, we offer many reporting formats. So first is SPDX reporting, where we offer RDF and tag value, both the reporting formats. And FOSSology also offers like README file format, Debian copyright format, and we also have the internal Word reporting format. And we are continuously working to provide CycloneDX format very soon. Maybe in next few months, we'll have the CycloneDX format as well. So mostly FOSSology is all about its overview. So whenever you upload a component, it recursively unpacks the files and you drill down from higher level. So we have the folder hierarchy for license findings. We have the scan results, and we also have the edited results. So whenever you edit this results, this will be found in the edited result tab. And then we also have copyright aggregation, which is for the folder level. And then drilling down, you can navigate to different folders, and you can also have different filterings with that. So yeah, from the free tree overview, you can also identify the single file. So FOSSology is mostly about reviewing your findings. So scanner finds it, but yeah, there might be some false positives. So you would want to review it. So we provide the specialized view in the review, in the review part. So we highlight the licenses which were reported by the scanners, and then also the reference text comparison is there, and also you can do the bulk scan if suppose this file exists or this license exists in multiple files. Then in a go you can decide all those files using the bulk scan. Yeah, coming to conclusion part, so why we think that, see, mostly all the scanners, they identify the license and they display it in the README file. But why we think is it is required for the conclusions is that it's very challenging to find the licenses, because there might be some things which are like unknown licenses, written statements, unclear statements, there might be some ambiguous statements, and there might be some incomplete statements. So we think that some domain knowledge is required to identify these files, and they can be like 30% harder to decide which license you need to choose here. So that's why we think that it is required for conclusions. So we have added the conclusions for FOSSology. So any questions till now? Any questions? Yeah? Yeah, see, I was saying that like it is required, I mean, conclusions are required because it is very unclear that which license to choose in the case of multiple licenses. If we have, maybe in the demo I can show you an example where we have 3 license statements. So author asks you to choose one of it. But whenever you go through a scanner, the scanner detects all the 3 licenses. Okay. Any question? Okay, let's move on then. So new versions, I think we are continuously working and providing new versions to FOSSology. So yeah, mainly if you take 4.3, which is very recently released, like last month, 28th, we have added support for scan OSS agent. So this is the snippet scanning tool, and we have provided SPDX guidelines on reporting licenses, and then also improved the build system. So if you take 4.1, we have provided the support for the scan code, which is also a famous tool for identifying or scanning the licenses. So you can compare scan code and FOSSology findings, and also review the results based on both the findings. And then, yeah, in 4.2, the main thing what we did is we have made our project reuse compliant. So let's see what is FOSSology scanning in CI. So we'll discuss both the old method and the new method, how it saves the time. So actually why CI scanning is required is people make lots of changes in their code and make the preparation for the release. At the time of release, they go for audit. They perform license and copyright scanning. So if everything is fine, then you go ahead and make a release. If you find some license conflict, then it is very difficult for you to change this open source component which was used in your software. So you will stuck into go or not to go with the release. So the new way is like we have the FOSSology scanners in the CI integration. So where whenever you make a new change at a developer level, so it might be a bug fix or a feature. So whenever you do the CI scan, you will have checks for copyright licenses and keywords. If some failure happens, then it will go back to the developer, and easily developer can change it at the time of bug fixes only. So it will make very easier audit and release job. So there are, I think, very simple changes required into your CI files. So you can see there are this both GitLab and Travis files. So these changes are required in them. So I have also added the link from where you can find this code on the left side below. And you can see that there is something called whitelist.json file. So this is something which is needed for you, because you would like to, whatever the licenses you would like to distribute your software with, you should need to provide it here in the whitelist.json file. So if you see here, I have just chosen like GPL 2.0 plus, GPL 2.0 and LGPL 2.1 plus. So I'm okay with this 3 licenses. If some package contains these 3 licenses, I'm okay with it. And yeah, I can also exclude the test folders which are not required for scanning, like agent test folder or some configuration folders. So pipeline status, so it would look like this. So whenever the license failure happens, license check failure happens, your CI will be red, and on the correct findings it will be green. So same here with the Travis. And then if we drill down into what happens in the license failure output, so you would see that we have not whitelisted this license called OSL 3.0 and also Apache 2.0. Because of that, the license failure happens here. And then if you take the copyright failure, you see that there is this keyword called modified under, so which is not required for you. So because of that, it has failed the, it has failed the agent. And now I think I see that this keyword is coming from the binary files, so which is okay for you. So if you want to include this binary files, you just add them into the potential whitelist file. So if you add them to potential whitelist file, then you can exclude this and move ahead. So scanner availability. So we have 4 scanners that are available for CI scanning. So one is Nomos, Ojo, Copyright, and Keyword. All these scanners are regex-based scanners. So if you take Nomos, Nomos is the most trusted scanner in FOSSology. It identifies almost all the licenses that are there outside. And if you take Ojo, it is limited to SPDX license identifier. So it can also differentiate between with and or findings. And it is very fast because it only finds the license identifiers based on SPDX. And we have Copyright, which is which produces very low false negative findings, and it can also find you emails, URLs, and authors in the component. And then we have this keyword agent where it helps you find the potential and harmful keywords. So you can add any keywords in the conf file and it finds them for you. So here I have mentioned like licensed, modified under, etc. So scanning modes. So we have 2 different scanning modes. So one is diff scanning and another one is repo scan. So diff scan is like, it's a default scan. So whatever the diff you produce via your code or the merge request or the commit, so it scans only that, and it is like a bit of reduced set of data, and it produces very faster result, and it is good for building of CI. So you can also scan the repo. So you need to provide the flag repo there, and Yeah, it is good for having it at the time of release or tag, and you can also schedule it via cron job at different intervals. And yeah, it also provides a good overview about the audit works. So coming to allow listing, as I already spoke about the whitelist.json file, so here you include the list of licenses which are allowed, and each license that needs to be explicitly mentioned there in this file to avoid the false negatives. And then also you can add some folders like files to exclude for the scan. So there might be some configuration folders or the test folders. So benefits, definitely time. Frequent checks will happen. So it will cause the faster audit, and you can do faster release. Very less changes needs to be done at the last, and also very less errors. So apart from that, it is easier to manage FOSSology with one more software called SW360, which is the software component catalog application. And FOSSology can also receive packages from it and allow it for the product clearing, which is very easy. So I think the link has been provided. You can also check this product, SW360. So coming to the planned features, we are planning to generate SPDX bomb right from the CI. And then we are working on GitHub Actions support for CI scanner. So while I was here, I think our team has already merged it. So GitHub Actions will also support the CI scanning now. And then dependency scanners. So what we are going to do is like, we are going to have an agent where it identifies the dependencies that are there in your project, and it will scan those dependencies and give the result for you. And then we also have this license compatibility check scanner, which is under works, and also more formats like we are going to provide a Cyclone DX format for the reporting. And also many more to come, like reducing the false positives. And coming to the repository of FOSSology, we have more projects there. So I have just listed 3 of them which are famous. So mostly we have this Atarashi scanner, which is a standalone license scanner and which is written in Python. So we have implemented multiple text statistics and information retrieval algorithms here to identify the licenses. But yeah, mostly the results are like 70%. So we are continuously working on it to improve the results or for identifying the licenses. So once it is there, maybe we include this scanner into FOSSology. And then we have the FOSSology slides where we add most of the slides there. So you will have material for one-day training, and if you want to make any presentation regarding FOSSology, you can do that as well. And we have one more project called Neerjas, which is a Python library and a tool. So it extracts the source code comments, and mostly it supports 25 languages, and it can differentiate, like it is very clever to differentiate single line, multi-line, and continuous comments. So yeah, any questions till now? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Actually, we have this aggregated view where it shows all the licenses that are there in this project. Yes, yes, definitely. So whenever you click on it, it will open a pop-up and show the license relevant text which is there inside it. Yeah, I think maybe let's see how FOSSology tool looks. I don't know, somehow I can't share it. Um, yeah, yeah.
This one?
Mhm. Thanks. Ah,
Do you want to full screen?
so this is how uploading the package looks. So here you can choose a file. So whichever the file you want to scan. So I'm just choosing a file called Azure, a component called Azure, and I can say open, and then I select the different scanners that are required. So as I told you already, Ojo, Nomos, and Monk, these three scans for licenses. And we have copyright scanner, we have export control scanner, and we also have the IPRS scanner, which scans for patent related things, but we don't have potential keywords for that. So I think you need to add them, whichever the keywords are required for scanning. Yeah, and yeah, you select this required agents, and here we also have um, different automated conclusions. So you see that FOSSology has capability to automatically conclude this files using different algorithms. And also you have one more thing called reuse. So this is used in the case of different versions. So let's say I'm scanning here some messaging hub with version 592. If some new version like 600 comes in, and there are, let's say, like 100 files got changed, or new files got added, like 100 or 150 files got added. So rest of the files will get automatically decided using this reuse agent. And yeah, apart from that, we also have this scan code toolkit for scanning licenses, copyrights, and emails and URLs. So if I go up, so once you upload, you will land to this page, the jobs page, where scanning will happen for each file, and you will see this many files got scanned. And if I drill down from here and go to the license browser, so yeah, I can see that all the files got scanned with the license and other findings, and scanner findings are reported here. It says that this file, documentation.html, have 3 licenses. Let's go drill in here. So it says that there are 3 licenses, and here the author says that licensed under the term of any of the following at your choice. So he says that I can choose any license. It's my freedom, and yeah. And also the highlight will happen. Like you see that there will be highlight for each license, like why it has found this license. And also you can do this bulk recognition. So let's say that this text, whatever the text here, is there in almost 10 to 15 files. You can do the bulk scan. You just copy the text here like this. Sorry. You copy the text here. You paste it, and yeah, you choose the license. In my case, I'm just choosing this, whatever the license it is first. So I'm removing the rest of the licenses, these 2. And click on the schedule scan. So it will scan all the files wherever this license text is there. So it scans everything and displays the or concludes the files. And coming back to the tree view, sorry, got logged out somehow. Yeah, coming back to the tree view, we can go to the copyright aggregation view, where it has found many copyrights, and you see there are some false positives. You can remove using the bulk features, and yeah, you can also modify these copyrights using the bulk replace and deactivation features. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it is from the FOSSology tool side. Maybe finally I can show you something to generate the reports. So here, once you do the clearing, you can generate different reports like CLI XML, CSV, dep5, FOSSology, dump, and README OSS format, and different formats of reporting. So yeah, I think this is it from my side. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to present FOSSology. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shaheem.